Alex Car Doctor, welcome back to my channel. Today's patient I have with me here, sitting right here, is a 02 F-250 with the 7.3 turbo diesel. I actually have one just like this one sitting outside. I probably shoot a quick little video. I'm in love with these trucks. I work on them basically in my sleep. But anywho, this one has a great story behind it. Well, great because you guys can learn from it. Not great for the customer because it literally cost them thousands of dollars. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit here. Babe, what this is not a tutorial. What should how should I kick off this video? How should I kick this one off?
Well, if anyone ever put sugar in your tank or candy, because that's the story with this one.
This is the story with this one. So before I get into the full story, this truck has been here before. When it first got here, I think we did like a starter and an AC compressor. The truck just ran terrible.
Some months ago.
Yeah, it was
I'll put it up on the screen when I look it up.
Okay. And months ago, and we did the work. I told him about it. I'm like, hey, there's something going on with the truck. You need to bring it back and get it checked out. He was like, I'll worry about it later. It's gonna cost too much money. So truck came in on a wrecker. Like he just cut off on him one day. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I know these trucks so well. Checked the air filter first. The air filter it seemed like it never been changed before. As you can see, it's new now. The fuel filter, oh my gosh, it was terrible. It had so much crust and crud in the bottom of the fuel bowl. I was like, yeah, for sure these injectors are ruined. But miraculously, the truck fired back up after I put a fresh fuel filter in and new air filter. Fast forward to recently, the truck came back. What did he bring it back for? Because he heard the story, right?
Right. So not to put anybody's business out in the street, but he heard from a little birdie that someone had been putting starburst in his tank.
Starburst.
That's a first for me.
The first
I heard of sugar, I heard of Snicker bars, but it's a first.
So, I took a fuel sample. Of course, everything is clean because this, the starburst worked its way in. It had already done its damage. The truck was literally running like on 4 cylinders. It's just running real rough, no power. The customer previous told me, because I explained to him, hey, you got some injector problems. He was like, no, that couldn't be it because I just had the injectors done a couple of months prior to this happening. I didn't know what to tell him. Normally they don't go out like that. So yeah, he had the whole job done and went on telling me about what else he's had done and so on and so forth. So like I said, I took a fuel sample and I am gonna drop the tank. Well, probably pull the bed off just to check the fuel area, the fuel tank inside, just to make sure there's no debris. I don't think it's any debris. If it is debris, I post it, a short clip, or I take a picture of it and post it, in this video somewhere. The reason I don't think it's no debris or anything like that, because he did say they cleaned the tank also. And at the time of that person putting starburst in his tank, it took time to, run its way up through the fuel system, do its damage, and he continued to drive around like that. So by that time, everything has been washed clean, if that makes sense. Did I explain that right?
I think so. Got any questions? Comment below.
Just comment. So it's like a washing machine. How you clean your washing machine? You run it empty, let the water do its thing and run it through. So that's sort of what happened here. Because like I said, the fuel sample is clean. The recent fuel filter I did, it's clean. Don't worry about the dirt right here. I threw it on the ground, but it's clean.
Because we're replacing it again.
Yeah.
But
so
how about a fuel injector? Can we see the old one?
Yes. So this is one of the fuel injectors. Guys, I'm using Duralast. Duralast, what they like to do, they like to source parts from another company like I think it's Allied Injectors. Anyway, they source parts and basically put their name on it. So
same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So this is the injector. How this system works is very good. I love how this system works. It actually uses high pressure oil to inject the fuel. So if you didn't know, diesels work off of pressure. If you ever pressurize air, it gets hot. So the diesel pressurizes the air, the piston comes up, pressurizes the air so much it gets really hot, and then the high pressure fuel gets bursted into the combustion chamber, and that's how the diesel ignites. So it doesn't work off a spark system like a spark plug or something like that. And that does use glow plugs to get it started in the morning. That's just to get it started. Once the glow plugs turn on, it heats up that combustion chamber, starts much easier, and off you go. Then the glow plugs will turn off.
So guys, we put this back in the box because, as you can see here, it says core return due. Yeah. These cores are $125 each. We bought 8, so that's $1,000 that we need back.
And I think the injectors are like $200 a piece or something like that.
They're very, this is a very expensive job because of the parts are expensive. I'm the one that orders the parts, so I know. So I'm gonna take those back to AutoZone to get our account credited back. Of course, we're not going to charge the customer anything, but that's the reason why it's in the box, in case anybody was wondering. But you've already replaced the injectors, right?
Yes, so I finished replacing the injectors. I really run my shop like a doctor's office, good people. So I had one of my employees break down everything for me. I came in and did the tedious part, which is pulling out the injectors. You have to be very careful pulling out the injectors, because if you don't know how, I just haven't had time to train anyone yet up on it, how to pull them out properly, which I'm gonna get around to it. But if you don't know how, you can crack the top of the injectors and just mess up things. And this is an expensive job, so I went in and did it myself, just to make sure everything goes smooth.
So it's 8 total, 7 normal ones and 1 special one,
yes.
Right?
Oh yes. On the 99 and up, there is a special injector. So come take a look over here. So all 7 of these are AD injectors. Let me see, can I get the camera showing? AD, and there's 1 AE. AE goes on the back side, cylinder number 8. Basically, what's so special about that injector, it has a wider nozzle to spray more fuel, because number 8 is the last it's the last one to get fed. It's way in the back, so it needs to be compensated with more. I forgot how it really worked, but I think I'm on point with it.
Well, I'm sure somebody comment below, all you diesel techs. Well, I mean, we do gas here and diesel and a little bit of hybrid electric. Just a little bit. I don't like to fool with them that much. So to fix this job, it's gonna take new injectors, new fuel filter, and we're gonna take up the bed or drop the tank.
Basically drop the tank.
Drop the tank to make sure that's clean, so that he could get his truck back.
We do not want to fire this thing up and run, maybe contaminated fuel through these new injectors, and we don't want to mess those up. Now, to prevent this, if you think you have an enemy or you think you have an upcoming enemy, the best way to prevent this is simple. Get yourself a locking gas cap, because anybody can just come back here and just open your gas cap and put whatever in it. So we will be putting a locking gas cap. See, most people think, oh, locking gas caps to prevent people from stealing my fuel. Not the case. You may have an ex or boyfriend or whatever the case may be, want to come and put a sneaker bar, or sugar, or starburst in this case, costing you a lot of money. So we do not want that. I want to keep you guys on the road despite your enemies or whatever the case may be, whatever you got going on. So that's my tip to prevent thousands of dollars. Go out and get a $20 gas cap that has a key on it, or these modern cars these days, they have a door that you have to pop from the inside. But still, people are crafty. They'll break in your door and pop it. Anything can happen, but it's just a deterrent, of course. Anybody can break it open, but most people are not going to be doing that. So they can see that and go about their way, hopefully. Am I missing anything? Did I pretty
No.
much cover it?
When we do drop the tank, we'll make sure to add a clip or something during this video. But that's it. Just be careful who you piss off, folks. And if you do piss somebody off, get yourself a locking gas cap. But if you do have sugar in your tank or candy, it is fixable.
Yes, it is fixable.
Now, is the gasoline version of this would be as expensive as this or no?
Gasoline, no, because gasoline injectors and repair.
Like for the fuel system, if somebody...
Yeah, gas burners normally don't cost as much as diesel. Diesel takes special skill. Here at Alex Car Doctor, my diesel rate is more expensive than the gas version because you have to understand this stuff. This stuff takes skill and a special, special quality. Not a lot of people work on diesels, or they may say they work on diesels, and you'll be worse off from where you started. So, gotta be careful who you let touch your vehicle. That's just with anything. So, I think I pretty much got this in the bag. Alex the Car Doctor. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments. Like always, love you guys. Hit that like button. See you guys on the next video.